everyone, it's Annie. I am attempting to make a cooking video today. So we are going to make Italian pasta salad. Very simple, very yummy, and let me show you what we need first. We need pasta. So this is my favorite kind to use, but you can use a lot of different ones. 1 full bottle of Italian dressing, and then some vegetables. I like tomatoes and cucumbers in mine. So our tools that we will need is a pot to cook the pasta, something to peel our cucumber very carefully, and then something to cut our cucumber, something to stir the pasta, and then something to stir after we add the Italian dressing. We will also need a strainer and a bowl to put the whole thing in. All right, we're gonna get started by cooking our pasta first. The first thing we need to do is fill up our pot. So we're gonna fill it up nice and full with lots of water. I like to fill my pot a little over half full. That way, there's our level. That way you have enough water to cover your pasta. Then we are going to put our pan full of water on the stove. Now, I'm going to very carefully be sure to ask for assistance if you need it, please. We're going to wait and let that water come to a boil. So when it boils, it has lots of bubbles on top and it is very, very hot. So please be careful. While we are waiting for our pot to boil, we can wash our vegetables. So to wash vegetables, you just get some water running, scrub it under there. And then our tomatoes, get it opened up. And rinse them under the water. I like to give them a little shake, make sure all of them get rinsed off. The nice thing about this container is that it has holes in the bottom, so you can keep running that water through. Make sure they all get nice and clean. Our next step is to peel and cut our cucumber. Now, this is where we may need some assistance, okay? I've got my peeler, has a little safety guard on it, okay? Very carefully, start at the top, pull down. Now, I am not a professional cook, nor am I usually very good at this. So, if someone has even better tips on peeling or cutting vegetables, please let us know. I'm just the one with the camera at this point. I'll get the top, I promise. Just trying to make sure that I don't slice anything. So going very carefully. There we go. Okay, we have a peeled cucumber. Ta-da! Put my peels in the sink. Boop, boop. And my peeler, I'll rinse off. I'm gonna put that safety back on there so that we're very careful when we reach into the sink. All right, next part. So my knife very nicely has a safety on it as well, so be very careful with these. Cut away from yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut little slices, and then I will cut them in half. Again, I am not a professional chef. If you have a better way of doing this, or know someone who's better at this, go for it. I am just hoping to get it done. Making this for my family, and it's the first time they didn't put me in charge of a dessert. So, hope for the best, everyone. All right, so since I'm putting this in a pasta salad, I'm actually going to cut them, the big ones, in fourths. So that means cut it in half twice. This is where we need to be very careful. You don't have very much space between you and that knife, since that one's little, just half. And then go until you have cut all the cucumber. There are all our cucumbers, nice and cut. I'm going to leave them on here till I am ready to put them in the salad. So again, I'm going to rinse my knife. I point it down when I'm rinsing it, so we are very careful. Then put this on until I wash it for safekeeping. Awesome! Our water is nice and bubbly and boiling. You can see that steam coming off. So we're gonna add our pasta. So we've got our pasta ready. We're gonna pour it in. Ooh, very gently. That water is hot. Okay, so you want to gentle. Make sure all the noodles are covered. And keep that water nice and boiling until our noodles are cooked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be right here and stir it every once in a while. You don't have to stir it constantly, but we wanna make sure that they don't stick to the pan. Okay, so we'll give that a couple minutes. I'm gonna put my spoon over here. Give that a couple minutes while it cooks. Our water is back to boiling. Just a reminder, very carefully stir your pasta. Make sure it doesn't stick. And since that is one full pot, we need to be very careful because this water will burn, okay? It is not good. So this has been in here for about 6 minutes. We're gonna give it a couple more minutes to make sure those pasta noodles are plenty cooked. Our pasta has now been cooking for 11 minutes and it is ready to go. I like to give it one more little stir. There we go. And then turn off the stove. Okay, now the next step is to strain it. I do not have enough hands to hold the camera and the strainer, but what I want to let you know is you need to be very careful. My sink and oven are very close to each other, so I don't have to go far, but I would advise getting some assistance because this will be very hot. Get all of the water out of the noodles. So shake it around a little bit. Ooh, I like how that wiggles. And now we are going to put it back into the pot and let it cool. I have now moved my pasta to a glass bowl to cool. I'm going to let it cool a little bit more out in the air, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge so that it cools down before we add our vegetables and dressing. Our pasta is cool enough, so I'm going to add the lid and put it in the fridge. All right, everyone, we have now cooled our pasta, and we are ready to add the dressing and our vegetables. Just gonna stir it around a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yes, it is ready. So, I'm going to open up our dressing bottle. My handy dandy scissors. Get a little assistance if you need with that, because sometimes these things are tricky. Get the top off. And we are going to shake it first. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna pour the whole thing in. Nice and simple, no having to measure. All right. Stir and make sure it covers all of the noodles. It smells delightful. Now, next is our vegetables. Pour in our cucumbers and our tomatoes. Now we want those to get nice and covered in the dressing as well, so make sure it's stirred around. Get a good mixture all over the bowl. And that is how you make Italian pasta salad. And it's done. Look at that, yummy. It's nice and colorful. When all of the dressing has covered everything, so simple, and you can scoop it out, put it in your bowl. A great summer side dish. I hope everyone enjoys this pasta salad. Bye, everybody.